Hey guys, it's Snipezy, welcome back to Control Ultimate Edition, and today we're going to be starting the AWE DLC for Control. So before we get into it, I did actually do some more grinding like I said would, so that I could get the materials required to upgrade the spin and pierce service weapon modes. So I had to go to the active threshold in order to get the mold sample material that we required to upgrade both of the weapons. And I went down to the path that's towards the main boss of the mold, and also whilst I was going through I noticed there was quite a lot of areas that I missed in this vicinity, so I just went exploring around and grabbing all the chests and even some documents that I managed to find as well, and I'll be reading through some of those because they are pretty interesting. One in particular is about an altered item and I love reading about those. So the problem with the mold samples is that the drop is quite frustrating because it doesn't always drop. It'll either be the astral blip or the sample, the mold sample. And of course there is the chance where it just doesn't drop anything, or it just drops a mod instead of an actual material sample that we need. So it did take a couple of tries, I'd say about 4 or 5, where I had to clear through the path, and then once I reached a fast travel point, I would have to fast travel back to the active threshold, and then quit to main menu, go back to continue game, and then it resets the whole path so that the monsters will respawn. So make sure to do that so that the monsters do actually appear in that zone again. So it didn't take too long, but it just took a couple tries because the path is quite short. So I got those samples in no time. And then after that, I also got the required materials for the pierce weapon, and that was the remote fort. And I found that the best area to go to for this was containment, since I was looking online and I noticed a comment on Reddit said try containment, and one area in particular that can be quite good is archives. So I went between the main panopticon and the archives in containment. Sometimes containment wasn't great, but the second time I went there towards the end, there were a lot of monsters that spawned there, so I managed to get a ton of remote forts, and that was amazing because that's basically all I needed to upgrade the pierce. So I got it done in no time, but those are just some suggestions if you want to farm those materials if you're still trying to get certain upgrades for your weapons. But yeah, that's the order that I did it in. Some of you guys might have already upgraded those modes of weapons, or you know, if you want to focus on the different modes, then yeah. But that's just how the cookie crumbles, and I got those upgrades and we're all done. So now we can go ahead and jump back into the game, and we are going to be starting the AWE DLC like I said, and we're going to be in executive because there's actually a cutscene that triggers, and I made sure to be very careful for this. So I never went down this corridor ever since I saw the mission show up. So we can actually go down then. We don't have to worry about triggering it by accident, like, oh my god, we were ready to do it, oh my god. But you know, we're ready now, we're ready to go. And I decided to switch back to the casual, and of course we're wearing the cat ears. And if you want to figure out, or find out, sorry, how to get the cat ears, then go ahead and check out the link in the description, and you'll be able to get the cat ears like I do, because they're adorable. I love them. And it is quite complicated, but yeah, we got there in the end. So for now, we're going to start a dark place, so we can kick off the AWE DLC.
Darkness engulfed the elevator.
Here we go. Look who it is.
Engulfed the elevator.
Alan Wake.
There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss, so it wasn't all bad. not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away, and made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark, not unlike the hostile resonance, waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
So are we being written by Alan
There
Wake?
was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act.
Also, before I forget, there was some stuff that I wanted to show off as well. So I managed to find, if I can go to it, not objects of power, it was altered items. So let's read this one. So get well soon balloon. Item must be kept away from animals. The cell must be regularly cleaned of the black substance the item produces. All cleaning tools must be something, along with the black substance itself. Item is a novelty balloon made of silver mylar on mylar. On its face is a colourful message to get well soon, surrounded by cartoon hats. A ribbon is attached to the balloon. Item has not stopped floating after a considerable amount of time in the bureau, which suggests it does not hover through the use of helium. The item produces a dark clouded sticky substance which drips down its ribbon. Creepy. And then there is a supplement here about the balloon. And we did see this before whilst we were exploring the Panopticon. Get well soon balloon. The item was used in the children's ward of a local hospital. Witnesses do not recall where the balloon came from. Therapy dogs, part of a program called something, meant to comfort the sick children, were notably attracted to the item. They reportedly jumped at the item, licking it when they could. The children claimed the dogs began walking through the halls of the hospital at night, howling in a low pitch. One child described the sound as singing. A few days later, the dogs were all discovered dead, a dark substance leaking from their something. The hospital staff called local authorities, who called the CDC. Bureau agents intercepted this call and arrived at the scene with something else. The item was taken for evaluation, along with the remains of the dogs. Gross.
It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A hunger in the dark. Investigation Sector.
Investigation Sector, huh? We should check this out.
A new area. Also, this area should be a little bit bigger than the Foundation, I believe. But it could be around the same sort of scale. Oh. Very dark.
Hello?
Oh,
Anyone
wow.
here? Guess not.
Oh, lots of documents. Darling investigation, case
Seems
inquiry.
a lot more crowded than the rest of the bureau.
Missing agents. Whoa, there's loads of stuff to read. Resignation letter. Staffing issue. Cauldron Lake update. Ooh. Sector head office. Director investigation. Trench official warning. Underhill background. My gosh, there's loads of stuff here. There we go. Keystone inspection. Tractor procedure. Altered item. Ethics investigation. We need to find a cube. Is this? Not really working, is it?
Now that gate should open.
Specimen escape assessment.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Bless organization. Okay. Have we got any new things that we can do? Yeah, I'll leave them as they are for now. Okay, so let's do reading. There's a lot of stuff to read here. So we might be here for a while. Let's start with case files, because that tractor thing sounds interesting. Procedures supplement. Okay. Oh. Burrow tractor. 2019. Scene not acquired. Item is not in Bureau custody. A Frank Elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of localizing responses or growls and unmanned locomotion, considered highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of the Burrow Farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow, whatever, beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communications staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. Okay. And then supplementary materials. Note, miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Okay, so male, Caucasian, case summary, 33-year-old man found dead in his property. Per police report remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Yep. Autopsy findings: blunt force injuries, head. Lacerations, left ear, cheek, blunt force injuries, extremities. Dislocation of right knee. Complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus. Extensive trauma, abdominal region. Complete avulsion of multiple organs including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestines, all missing from scene. Ooh. So it's like like a bear. Conclusion: it is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident. As claimed by authorities, the removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. Yeah, because why would a tractor do that? It's weird that it took all the organs, because usually an animal attack, they would like feed on a body. Like they would tear the body apart and then just feast. Gross, I know. 6. Oh my goodness. Agent Tim Powder. Okay. The Blessed Organization. This group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit preternatural materials. The camera. In 1994, the movie camera. A Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. Oh. None of these businesses or individuals have been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. Oh yeah, because they were the ones that had the camera, and then they managed to seize it off them. Darling investigation. Special agent. Oh, another William Kirkland, head of investigations. Ah. Internal confidential. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of ominous agents regarding inhumane treatment of a something currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of a certain sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such something contained there. One something confirmed the something's codename to be something, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the something research wing. Research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warranted humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into something research. Maybe dimensional? I don't know. Director investigation. Oh, and okay. Per authorization, Mr. Cutler just watching to doesn't say when. A recent change in someone witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive something when something with other staffs has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable something between Dr. Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Favoritism? Although both declined to meet for an interview of the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments centre around the Dimensional Research Wing and the something cat inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's something as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behaviour is not indicative of any something, and that his witness to lead is not in question. Okay. Special agents. The Prime Candidate Program. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigations used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic something and something were brought into the Audit House and placed under something examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. The program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic something of paranormally inclined something. Not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human something. This investigation team unequivocally, whatever that word is, the Prime Candidate Program, and recommends that it be something immediately terminated. It's weird that there's quite a lot of words that are just black, that they're just blocked off. An incident. The purpose of investigation is to examine the containment failure of a specimen that resulted in the deaths of several agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researcher's notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the something of something, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive behavior. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1. The air filters were changed, and 2. An hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Wake entered the sector regarding a unrelated investigation. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Wake's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the something. Investigation is ongoing. Oh. Yeah, I think that's Alice Wake. It has to be, right? So, because she showed up, something happened. Air filters. I wonder who it was. Was it Barry or was it someone else? And then, official findings report, Dr. Raja Underhill. So she was the one in the mold sector, underground. Dr. Raja Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the Oldest House. She served with no incident or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal investigations or any record of reaching her NDAs since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. determining the duration of her work in Nordis House, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reasons to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the moral threshold issue. Oh, okay. Sounds like they didn't like that they were having some sort of relationship, which makes sense. Possible lead on the Wake case. Ooh, oh, hello. Yes, Alan Wake, please. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from a FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hand-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Special Investigator Gleason. Yeah, because I believe in the actual game, you have Alex Casey, who helps oh god, what's her name? Why am I blanking on the name? The plot of Alan Wake 2. Oh god, it's like a certain name. I'm really bad with names, so Saga, that's it, Saga. Yep. Right, next one, Cauldron Lake update. Chief investigate. Oh, Estevez, Agent Estevez. I think you get to play as her in the DLC, right? Yeah, that's it. So, Kiran Estevez, you get to play as her. Oh god, and you get to play as her in the DLC. The Lake, is it the Lake House DLC? I think that's what it was called. So she wrote this letter then. So Chief Investigator Dennis, it happened again, third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our team. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complained about them enough, but why the heck would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on the place if they won't let me see any data? I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigation agents. It's only a matter of time before something hits again. AWE, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Yeah, so she ends up going to the lake house during the plot of Alan Wake 2 DLC. It's like, I think it's kind of like during the base game plot. But yeah, she's an FBC agent Estevez, and you get to play as her in the DLC. And during the plot of Alan Wake 2, she shows up quite a lot, especially when it's like, oh, when they're alerted that there's an AWE happening in Bright Falls again. She comes over and there's like, oh, we need to put a stop to it, and then yeah, stuff goes down. Anyways, missing agents. So, Mr. Kirkland, here are our latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Oh. Agent Jonathan Connor, Research Ezra Cruz, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, and Agent Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign, to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. However, unfortunately, a large number of active investigators were not archived yet. They only hard copies reports of hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Resignation letter. Oh, William Kirkland. Really? To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's something. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our something, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigations sector lost to the something loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open the firebreak. I will carry the shame for the rest of my days. The something has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. Oh dear. And then this is from Director Trench to Kirkland. Kirkland, I am growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are the head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What do you think would happen, holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The prime candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures, plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Oh my god. Dang. He really said, well, screw you. And then this is from an agent, Keenan. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE, like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them here, given their records. It is possible they switched teams, like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the ordinary case, but this was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings, 2 overlapping circles, with a dot in the shared space. Could be underrated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off, and maybe get the comms guy working on a cover story. Sincerely, Agent Keenan. Agent Grayson to Mr. Dennis. Mr. Dennis. So yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly what that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. But between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Just filling the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirtling's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. Okay. Man, a lot of stuff has gone down in here. Jeez. Ooh. Talk about lore dump, Jesus. And that was all from this area. We got an aggressive detractor, finding out more about Bright Falls and how things work down here. Yeah, it definitely sounds like they were doing stuff here similar to containment, but they were having problems.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry.
A spiral. Yay.
Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker.
Yeah.
An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
Night Springs. I love the mocap as well.
Darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. I found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Oh yeah. This is Scratch.
Come on. You misunderstand me.
I should listen to all that.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about.
Yeah.
What's he doing here?
Yeah.
And Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was on I was wrong.
Yeah, for some reason everyone thought he was a poet. Shush. So much noise. Locked. Oh. Okay. That door won't open. That door's closed. Okay. Can't open that door. Oh. Lovely.
Dr. Emil Hartman.
Hartman.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Yeah, so Hartman, he was like,
Devoured by hungry darkness.
he was an antagonist
The thing that had been Hartman
of the first game.
broke loose, killed everyone it could.
Yeah.
Lurking, roaming. Then something else came.
Because Alan Wake's wife, so Alice Wake, she was like, oh, we should go see this Dr. Hartman guy. He can give you good psychiatric care. Since, you know, he was a struggling artist, he couldn't write a bestseller, and the relationship was in turmoil. So, he was a bit reluctant, but I think they went ahead, so they went to Cauldron Lake to go to this place. But Hartman had a bit of a dark secret that he intended to take advantage of Alan's special ability with his typewriting skills as a writer, you know? Since the psychiatric care, it was, I can't remember the exact place that it was called, but it was like, it was basically kind of like a facility, like a care home.
Damp and abandoned.
Investigation sector.
Why did Wake want me to come here?
But Hartman was like, oh, we help struggling artists, and, you know, just help you, you know, take care of yourself. We help set you on the right path, kind of thing. Oh, got gosh, stuff is getting weird. But yeah, it turned out Hartman was evil. He was not a nice man at all. He was very twisted. You know, very bad intentions with Alan and what he was up to.
Doesn't look like a house shift.
Oh no.
Do I even want to know?
Oh dear. But yeah. But if you've played the first game, then you're probably familiar with the plot. I can't lie, it's been quite a while since I played the first game, so I'm like, So some of the plot I'm kind of like a bit fuzzy on, but I had a quick read to be like, oh yeah, who's Hartman? And then I was like, oh yes, that's him. So he was the bad man in that game. Yeah, this gun is way better now with the mods I put on it. Ugh, stuff to read. Fuck gossip.
Of course, there's one here.
Confiscated motive. I think these are new types of upgrades. Where am I? Abandoned offices. Ooh, bright light. Oh, wait. There you go. Alright. Shaped facet. Okay. Oh, Hartman arrest. Oh yeah. We'll want to read that. Very important law.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Oh, there's something here. I'm just gonna attach this save point. Oh. Surge. Ooh, a new weapon. What does this do? Pierce, grip, charge and surge. Can't remember what this weapon does. So fire a single adhesive grenade and then press it again to detonate. Oh dear. Yeah, we've got to be careful with those blasts. Alright. Let's read those documents. What? Fuck gossip. Hello, my feet gossip at night and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely me. What? Oh my gosh. Official arrest report, HARTMAN. So victim names: Adam Wake, Thor Anderson, Odin Anderson, so basically the old god of Asgard. The old guys in the care home. Rudolph Lane, Wendy Dessel, Emerson Thomas, Thomas Anderson, Thomas Emerson. Special Agent Remy Dennis. The code 4, code 8, code 37, code 74. Kidnapping of altered individuals 1 count. Sanctions against altered organizations 1 count. Obstruction of Bureau investigation 1 count. And breaching the Ash at 6 counts. Offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility. And Wake possibly deceased. Oh yeah, because he disappeared. Yeah. But they think he's dead. Oh. Thor and Odin, oh, we love them. Oh.
This darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Sentient shadows. So we gotta aim a powerful light source at darkness to destroy it.
Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
So just like with the Alan Wake game, and same with Alan Wake 2, light source is a very powerful thing to keep on you because it targets the shadows. The dark ones or whatever they're called. I think they're just called shadows. And basically, oh mold. Yeah, basically they're like evil forces in the dark place. I wonder if that's like a side mission or something. Probably not, but oh well. But yeah. Okay. Orange peel. Oh wait, that's what Dylan said. Because I thought that was a bit odd. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. It's like, what? What are you going on about? Right, come on, light. It's very dark in here. Wait, where are we now? We're on the other side. Okay. I mean, just looking at this, it's like, yeah, this is a bit bigger than the Foundation. Oh my, yep, so dark in here.
The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now we crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
Okay. Eagle limited summary. The shadow.
My understanding of the
HARTMAN.
darkness is fragmented.
Oh, the darkness. Yeah, yeah.
This void. Darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors. Of course.
Let there be light, bitches. Oh. We'll listen to those things after a bit. Well, you're new. Right. Oh my, there's so much reading. Oh my. It's cool though, it's good for the lore. Okay.
Reminder, all employees are
Closing just before I could catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything.
We went in here, right? Oh no, we didn't. We did not. So these new things are probably what we need to upgrade. So oh, hello.
Hey, darkness everywhere.
Yeah.
Here have died standing up.
Yeah, we cleared one of them.
Lighten them up.
Ah, more plants. All right, let's go make some new friends.
Nourish the plant.
I have a... Where's my...
Alright. Oh wow, we have a lot of jukebox tokens. Probably don't need to do anything else then. Oh my gosh, so much collectibles to go through. Okay, so there's a checkpoint over there. Let's have a little look at the missions as well. Eliminate the darkness. Alright, so they're in different areas. Okay. Shine light on the plants. Oh. And the mold. Okay, so we took care of the mold. That was in that room, so I was technically right. Because I thought that was a bit weird that the kind of like nest things were there. I was like, okay. And then it turned out it was part of that mission. Place multiple grenades by firing while aiming. Stop aiming and press RT to detonate all grenades. Oh, I see. Oh. Okay, I see. So that's how it works. Yeah, we'll give it another try. So let's, oh wait, are we in? Oh, this is operations, okay. Oh, hello. Yes, we need more of the new stuff. Ooh. So we can make some new weapon mods. What's this one? 2 out of 2. Reload efficiency. I don't really use that one much, to be honest. That is a huge boost though. 38%. So ammo cost per shot. Reload speed. Let me try something then. That might be better. Actually I think this is better, personally. Yeah. Right, let's fast travel to abandoned offices and then we'll fast travel back over here so we can shine light on the planes. I hate that there's always a stall that's closed, one's open, it's like, ugh. Okay. Fire break. I think I saw one of the plants. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
Doesn't that feel better?
Let's see if there's one in here. No. Worth checking. Any thirsty plants? Thirsty for lights? Probably just have to go this way. We took care of that. Baby, 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 yeah. Orange peel. Oh, hello.
Welcome back to the land of the living, little buddy.
Hmm. Okay. I swear, if there's a plant in the bathroom, I'll be so annoyed. I don't know. No, it's not those. I don't know about these ones. I have no clue, and no, I combined no clue and no idea. No clue. That's a new word. Okay, let's have a look at all these documents, because we have a lot to read again. Oh, so that's the new enemy type, Hiss Corrupted Ranger, and they were floating. Oh my god, so much reading. Reports Black Market. David Gleason. By order of Dennis. Oh yeah, because he was the new head of investigations. Illegal altered item market. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects were, as well as genuine altered and paranatural materials, were raided in Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and preventing the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. A. There is a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of the general public. B. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of these items' paranatural powers, and their attempt to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. C. The motivation of these collectors are largely unknown. Okay. And then NASA Corporation Review. Oh. Following the NASA FBC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technology advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Oh wow. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch of the something far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of black rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the something will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that could be lost if the partnership ends. It is the opinion of the committee that maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. So I think that's to explain how they're able to sort of like get information on when AWEs are happening. So they can be like, okay, there's one happening over here, go check it out. Makes sense, I guess. Examination of paranatural entities, the Shadow. Paranatural entity A010, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive something consisting of 3 known types. Type A, localized manifestation of sentient something capable of occupying organic and inorganic material, as well as exerting something over its surroundings. Type B, shaped individuals. Human bodies, so what we saw in Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2. By the Shadow, these individuals become notably more aggressive, but do seem to retain something of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C, shaped objects. Similar to Type B, except the inanimate objects are something solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, which may imply a shared link to a something intelligence. The threat this entity possesses warrants immediate exploration of offensive defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of an something. Oh. Maybe they were worried that something would have happened. Interrogation complaints. So, Agent Hewitt. Kirkland, so you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was told that I was hired to do? My job? Or do you know what I call... You want to know what I call it? Yeah. Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've heard in my life, and I've heard some really stupid things. They already know the facts. They just know how much. They know just as much as us, if not more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, try not to leak classified terminology. They already know the terminology. If you think pulling me off the case will stop me, then think again. That thing blew up those tracks. He killed those people, all to make a train turn altered. Oh, we have him dead to rights about you, and we have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in that investigation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as much. This won't stop us unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on suspension, see if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. Ah. And an Eagle Limited summary. AWE. Illinois. A train derailed, resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries, was suspected to have been the work of a paracriminal group known as, is it the Blessed One? As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of this occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway. but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for future studies. For further studies, even. Hotline. The third thing.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're in new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these waves to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel.
That was it.
The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
So we got Hartman notes. What's the reminder? Billable hours.
Reminder. All employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Okay. Motel observation.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel.
God, that's long.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
So this was taken when Alan Wake was in that place. Under Dr. Hartman's care.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance, even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best, but mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how, exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go. All right, that was faint, but I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. Ha! The recording better work this time, or I swear to God I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Oh no. That didn't sound good. Okay. So we've made a good chunk of the DLC so far. I'm gonna take a break and then we'll carry on playing some more in just a moment. Okay, let's continue, and I'm gonna change the mission back to the main one. Here. I think I'll look into where the locations are next time.
I don't feel right.
Oh dear.
Something in this darkness is draining me.
Oh. The darkness. Active investigations.
Shit.
Oh no.
Now what? What is that?
On elevator, time to go.
Nothing even touches it.
I don't like the light. I can use that.
Alright, we'll read that later.
Okay, this room is really intimidating and all, but I know my rights.
Oh my god, look at it.
Try and get close.
Ugh. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so there's one up there. Good thinking, me. Yeah, so it drains my... drains my energy. I don't appreciate your creepy laughing. Nice. Ooh, so gross.
Yeah, how do you like that?
Oh man. My gosh, why are the documents in such weird places? Classified. Can they be de- Oh. There you go. Door appearance. I think we got everything. Oh, no? Oh yeah, we touched that earlier. That's fine. I think I got everything.
Arcade machines.
Oh yeah. Shum.
Shin?
Shum. 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 Cool. Oops. Let's have a look. So Shum. Find and interact with the arcade machine. So I might do those. They're not super important though, because they're kind of similar to the jukebox missions. Yeah, not super important. But I'll probably do just like one of them to show off. Alright. Now can we use the elevator? Man. He showed up and I was like,
What are you doing in investigations?
Jesus!
Langston.
Scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you.
Oh.
It's a one-way system. Try to find an intercom.
Bruh.
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Bro.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman? Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that fire break. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
He was a person. We brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh, yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You can wrap them around your...
I don't have any of those, Langston.
Wow.
Shit. Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you from the Panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right, okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay, this Hartman thing can't have gotten very far.
A dark place.
Go flush him out.
The third thing.
Langston was right. This is kind of exciting.
It's nice to have someone to talk to, you know? Ever since I got put in charge of the Panopticon, people treat me different, like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered items. People just don't understand the altered items like I do, you know? I don't want to brag, but it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the items.
Doesn't
Still,
want to
I don't know why
brag.
people are making it so personal.
Right.
I mean, the teams in research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird. Well, maybe that's not what Darling is famous for being.
Right, we'll let him ramble. Yeah, I guess we'll start in this section. So let's read this stuff that we got. I'll keep those for now. Okay. Let's have a look at the reading. Ooh, okay. So we got screenplay, door appearance. Ocean View Motel observation report. An exorcism into the Ocean View Motel and Casino discovered a previously unseen door in the lobby hallway. This door featured a spiral-shaped marking, designation door something, similar to the other doors. It is locked and cannot be forced open. Alice Wake, a person of interest in the Rifles AWE, referred to 55, and the former wife of missing author Alan Wake, a suspected para-utilitarian and something, contacted agents Shah and Depsey of the investigation sector using the phone number given to her in 2010 in accordance with civilian outreach protocols. The call resulted in Mrs. Wake being brought into the Aldous house for an in-person interview. For a full transcript, refer to this. So in 2017. The excursion into the Ocean View Motel occurred later that same day. Determining whether this was a basic synchronicity event, if Alice Wake is responsible for its appearance, or if the door itself relates to AWE 35 is paramount. She should be returned to the Aldous house, possibly even taken into the motel itself to confirm if any other changes occur. Oh yeah, because wasn't there like the audio recording? I'll have a look at that in a bit. So this is by Dennis or Dennis. So official findings report, Dr. Emil Hartman. So, Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery center in Bright Falls, WA, focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks and other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment center seemed unremarkable in methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilize any latent something abilities they may possess with the aim of shaping something to his own benefit, which has earned him a Class 2 paracriminal designation. Note, for more info on the link between artists and their ability to warp reality through artist medium, see file, blah blah blah. Investigation has proven that Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavors were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during the something investigation, he displayed no remorse or intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated, and released several months later, having been deemed a negligible threat. Oh yeah. His medical license has been permanently revoked. Oh, yeah, too right. He got what came to him. Nasty man. This screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all its previous episode scripts. It appeared to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to one of the show's writers. Night Springs spec script, episode 1, Over the Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake. Host Theo. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even so, to possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are things you can discover in Night Springs? So, secret lab night. We are in a secret lab. The large sign on the wall reads, the Federal Bureau of Night Springs. I've told you several times, Director, it isn't ready. And then the director says, it's ready when I say it's ready, Doc. And then the scientist says, but the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it. Oh, yeah, parallels. So Langston interrogation, okay. Jesse Therapy Polaris. Interviews. Okay. There was something else I wanted to look at. Oh, was it here? Music, Ash tapes. I'd have to go back to the video because there was that recording. I think it was the one that took place in the Ocean View Hotel. That one, yeah. I know that's the video, but damn it. I don't know then. That's Dr. Darling, so it's not that one. These ones, yeah. This is the ones. Let's see. Motel observation.
Fisher, 6 inside the motel. Utilize surveillance methods are as follows.
Oh yeah, because weird stuff is going on. Yeah. I think it ended badly for him.
Okay, this room is really intimidating and all, but I know my rights. It's not a crime to try and get a book signed.
Making unauthorized contact with a dangerous paranatural entity is indeed a Bureau offense, Mr. Langston, and can be prosecuted as such.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Listen, this is being blown way out of proportion. All that happened is I heard Dr. Hartman had been brought in, and since I'm a huge Alan Wake fan, I thought it'd be cool to get a copy of The Creator's Dilemma signed. That's a book that Hartman wrote about...
We know what it is.
Okay, good. So yeah, I was just looking to fill out my Wake collection. I certainly didn't know Hartman had turned into some kind of shadow zombie.
That's a completely inaccurate description.
Whatever, listen, I'm just a desk jockey. I sort papers, do data entry, that kind of stuff. Don't come down on me like this. I made one mistake. I mean, I see people break the rules all the time and no one is pulling them into dark rooms to yell at them. Yesterday, Dave Gleason and his crew were talking to that empty spacesuit and laughing their heads off.
We're letting you off with a warning, Mr. Langston. But this is going on your record, so one more screw-up and our next chat won't be so friendly.
Great. That is just great to hear, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, is there any chance I could get my copy of The Creator's Dilemma back?
Get out.
Oh my god. That's funny. Then new machine procedures. Oh. Investigation sector. Processing underway. No known testing in the investigation sector is currently ongoing. So, a vending machine is front covered in a Foxwood panel. Coin-operated buttons for selecting food products. The item generates and stores a variety of materials, both edible and otherwise, in its row of internal trays. Initial testing suggests the item reacts to the mind of the individual in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the item to create a living something have consistently failed. Okay. The item was discovered in a nursing home in Summer, Alberta, after a resident named Muriel called a local news station about a magic vending machine. The news story reported that the nursing home staff was purposefully stocking the machine with distinctive food and objects as a way to raise residents' spirits. The Bureau response team encouraged this story while confiscating the item. Okay. So, it is actually, or well, they probably don't know. Maybe it is a magic vending machine. Who knows? So I think I'm going to end this part here, and we're going to explore these areas fully in the next video, and probably some of the other side missions along the way as well. We'll probably get some of them done here, since we've been doing a lot of reading in this video. There's been so many documents to pick up and look at, so I will try and make the next video a bit longer so we can like get through those areas, and hopefully there's not too much reading. But it is nice to have extra lore. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time when we play some more of the AWE DLC. So I'll see you guys in the next video.